Hey Mo, we need to get an intro down for this channel, you know.
Yeah, but what are you thinking, Lee?
Why don't I rap over the top of it?
Don't be ridiculous. You sound like a northern Eminem.
Look, listen to me. Yo, yo, yo. The Munch Bunch in the hoose, man.
Absolutely not.
Right, what you got in mind?
Let's just keep it simple.
I'm Lee.
I'm Aim.
We're the Munch Bunch.
And welcome back to another Mukbang with Aim and Lee. We are the Munch Bunch UK. Lee, tell them what we have on the menu today.
We have lasagna, triple cooked, beef dripping chips. I haven't made them, they've shot but.
Garlic bread.
Garlic on bread. It's the future. Yeah, we got lasagna and garlic
we're back.
bread. We're back from outer space.
We might as well have been from outer space.
Lot of stuff's gone down.
Yeah. Yeah, but you would have seen the snack box.
No, they've not seen anything. This is our first ever video, I mean, like a month.
Well, yeah.
Because we just done a snack box this morning, but we're going to put that
Hang
after
on,
this.
snack surprise.
Oh, balls. Yeah, we kept getting it wrong in the
I
instruction.
kept calling it a snack box. But it is technically a snack box.
But we're going to get into you'll see that in a day or two. Today's video is a lasagna. We have been gone. We are back. And we're going to get into what's been going on in the last month. From break-ins to broken knees to fuel crises. The
few other little
people
things.
sticking their hand to the bloody motorway so the cars can't get past. So we're going to talk about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we're going to get into the news with Aim and Lee.
Yeah, we should
What's
be like
cucumbers?
we should be like the new Richard and Judy, you know.
Speak for yourself.
Or Rosie and Jim. We
You just need a barge and a rubber duck.
Yeah, I reckon me and you'd be. We'd have a badass channel if we had a little barge.
I would love to go on a barge.
Yeah, I think we should buy
a
one.
barge holiday.
We should sell something, a kidney or something, buy a little barge, and we'll do Amy and Lee, like a Rosie and Jim, like the theme song, but Amy and Lee. And then we'll do like, where's Amy and Lee going today? We don't know, it's wherever the water takes us.
I think it'd be really good. Let us know if you've actually been on a barge holiday.
We're back. I'm going to edit off, but we're here. We didn't go anywhere. We never left the room.
Look at the size of this.
Yeah, there's some good chips, you know. They're from Lidl, triple cooked, beef dripping oven chips. And I whacked them in the fryer to make them a bit crispy.
Mmm.
Oh, yeah.
They're better than pub chips.
They are really tasty.
They've got like a batter. So.
Yeah, it did get a bit on my fingers as I was taking them out the bag. You don't get a lot in the bag. I mean, there's only really for 2 people. You have to buy a couple of bags if you want them for a bigger family.
Does anyone else like a chip and raw onion? Oh my god.
No.
It's amazing. I know you don't like onions anyway.
I don't like anything with a raw onion, thank you.
So, it's Tia's birthday week. It's Tia's birthday on Saturday. She's 19. This time last year, if you was watching the channel, then you know we went to the cottage in Wales with its own pool and everything. And cottages.com had to just go ahead and remind us, didn't he? This time last year, you was in holiday mode.
Yeah.
So this time last year, we didn't really have half as many of the problems as we've occurred this later half of the year. It's been a bit awkward, obviously, this summer with one thing and another. We've been away, haven't we, for about, I'd say, like Lee said, about a month now.
Month to 5 weeks since last recording.
And I'm not kidding you, and when it rains, it pours. It has done this past few weeks.
The last week it certainly poured. It's really chucked it down every day.
Yeah, and then it went really sunny. But besides that, you all know, obviously, Lee's dad, unfortunately, has secondary bowel cancer. And he's gone through a major surgery, hasn't he, to remove the bowel and other various things. And now he's got a stoma bag, hasn't he, now?
Yeah, he's doing it. We don't want to talk about what's people eating
No, but I'm just letting you know. And he's doing a lot better. He's still got it in the liver, but they're working on it to improve that every day. And then, obviously, my dad isn't too well. He's off to the hospital on Thursday for his rheumatoid arthritis. Literally, we've had a break-in. Well, we've had the police round and everything.
Yeah, so we're sitting there. I'm doing my own thing. I was watching football, I believe, upstairs. I was watching probably MasterChef. I was watching the football. Come downstairs.
He kind of clocked the metal shed, wasn't he?
Yeah, I came downstairs, let the dogs out. It's like 10:30, 11 o'clock. I'm ready to come down and chill around for an hour or two. Tia says to me, Dad, have you been out in the shed? No, Tia, why? it's funny, the shed door's open.
Yeah.
Look out the back door, the shed door's open. That's a bit weird, because it don't bloody open on its own.
We've got a big shed, which is the one that I call the log cabin. That's huge. And there's like a little metal shed. You know, like the ones that you can just put like a few bits in. Not massive shed or anything like that.
When you keep your general crap in, well, people use them, like, because they're a lot easier. I mean, rather than a wooden shed, which sometimes once you put them up, they're a bugger to move. If you move out, a lot of the time you don't want to go through the hassle of taking all the nails out, all the screws, and taking it to a new house. With a metal shed, you can just pick it up, move it.
See, this one, we had to have a team of lads come and drill it all together.
The wooden
shed's
huge. It is massive.
But he got in anyway, the metal shed, and we didn't think nothing of it. Yet we stayed up that night just to be on the safe side. Yeah. As you do, Leigh said, I'll tell you what, we'll sleep downstairs just to make sure nothing happens.
Left all the lights on
to
warn anyone off trying their luck again.
Nothing happened during the night, did it? We was as safe as houses, so to speak.
In the morning, I said to Ian, look, it's 6 in the morning, go and get yourselves an hour's kip.
Right outside.
Kip. Daylight, because it was like a month ago now. So it wasn't now like where it's darker in the morning, it's quite light. We had no security lights at this time, no alarms, which was stupid on our part. And I'm about to go out in the morning, go and do my thing. And
you was going to walk Max, weren't you?
Yeah, I was going to walk the dog and then get my jobs done. I'm sitting on the toilet. Sorry, guys, I was. And the bathroom window was open. Nice day outside. I'm getting ready for my day.
Really sunny, beautiful, bright as anything. Not even a little bit of dark.
Hear a bit of like a funny noise. And then I hear a little rattling. So I'm like, what the hell's going on? And in my head, I joked to myself, imagine if he's come back. I honestly, on my dad's life, thought to myself, imagine if he's come back in the daytime. Wouldn't that be funny? Like, I'll catch him doing it. I step in our bath, because you can look out the window right down at the shed from our bathroom. This bloke is only there. A random stranger, never seen him before in my life. I mean, I should have been scared crapless. I couldn't get out of the house because the bloody door was locked. I wouldn't have got to him in time. And my first reaction was, he was there with a screwdriver. He'd come back in the morning with a screwdriver.
I got his bloody tools.
Taking the door handle off my shed and the locks. And my first reaction was just to shout, "Oi, get the fuck off that now and F off." Sorry for my language. Well, really I should have called the police, but by the time they'd have got here, he'd have been long gone with whatever he wanted to nick. And his reaction was, "Oh, okay."
Not as so simple as that though. I was like, "Oh right, so Lee was like, I've got you on the cameras." And I was like, "Oh right, have you?" Sort of thing, attitude. And
he just jumped up and climbed over our 6.5 foot bloody gate. Didn't like climb anything, just jumped up onto the top.
Maybe
of it,
one of the days
over.
we can kind of show you what we mean by it. But so when the shed was built and put together, we had like a new fence and a new gate, didn't we?
Yeah.
But this isn't like your average back gate. It's like a really like strong, big gate, new fencing, things like that. And this is really tall. Lee, you couldn't dive over the top of that.
No chance.
This lad just like, whoom, over the top, straight away. Walk down the drive, bear in mind.
So, by the time I get down the stairs, because obviously I was on the toilet when I heard him, so I had to pull my trousers up, as daft as that sounds. I had to get myself out of the bathroom.
We padlock everything as well as lock doors. So we've got like padlocks and everything, because we have actually had this instance before where Lee caught a man. He was staring at Lee through the back window.
Yeah.
And so what we did was to extra security was padlock things. So by the time Lee unpadlocked everything and got out the front, the guy was like,
he was all down there. I could run down the end of the drive. I was in my slippers, and he was just walking casually. He'd run to get further away, and then he was just walking.
Strolling, yeah.
And I was like, what am I going to do? Even if I chase after him, he's a big lad. What am I going to do physically? Like, have a fight in the middle of the street. Citizens arrest.
You don't know if he's got a gun. You got a knife?
More than likely I have a knife around here than a gun, but
really?
Either way, I still want to mess around with just a random stranger. And yeah, so that was the situation. Got the police round. Well, we can't do it for you, sorry. Just get lots of security.
No, it was helpful. I mean, like, the bloke who called me back the second day, because he came back 2 days in a row, they had like a second investigation team on it, and he was so helpful. He was like, right, this is what you need to do. You need to alarm this, get a ring doorbell, do this, that, and the other. And he actually, I mean, we don't deserve this at all. But he was like, do you need any like victim support? And I was like, no, nothing like that. But
he was helpful in that way. And then in his last breath, the last thing he said to me was he was walking away. Or one of those things.
no, this was the one on the phone.
Oh, right. The copper who came around with a fingerprint kit, who I was talking to, said to me, if they want to get in, they'll get in. I've seen them drive through front windows to get into houses. I'm like, great.
That makes you feel so much safer.
You really reassured me there, mate. Thanks for that. Have a nice day. So, now we have alarms on every window and door in the house.
I'm not kidding you as well when I tell you. I mean, we went out, spent a couple of £100 on bits and pieces for security, and these alarms are loud.
Yeah, you couldn't fart by our front door if you're a stranger like us hearing it. It'll set everything
The wind sets the alarm off with the shed.
Yeah.
So believe me, no one's getting in. So what Leigh did, all along the top of the shed, unfortunately, if there's any cats and stuff that go on there, that was my main concern. But however, you got to protect you and your own, haven't you? So Leigh put all nails on, like there's nails everywhere, spikes, everything. They're going to seriously damage themselves if he attempted to come back over that fence. He wouldn't get away with it.
But at the same time, even with everything set up, even now, freaked out. Like, it makes you, I mean, I feel sorry for anyone who has been attacked in the home or has actually like been burgled in the night and didn't know they were being burgled.
Well, we did at my mum's. It took £700. Well, between mine and my mum's handbag, there was £700. And that night, when I was down mum's and my dad's, I'd come in late. I was like, you know what, I'll just sleep on the settee here because I don't want to disturb anybody. But then I was like, it was 20 to 3 in the morning. I thought, you know what, I want to go to bed. I went to bed. Luckily, I did because he came in through, he broke in through like your top window.
It's disgusting. Okay. That's my fault. I was itching my leg. The way it makes you feel is horrible. And
I feel like violated, didn't you?
That first night, like the second night after I found him in the morning, I just spent the whole night just staring out the window.
It was a mess.
I couldn't bloody
settle. For about a week and a half.
Because I'm the man of the house. As daft as that sounds, I'm the only bloke in the house. So if anything's going to go down, you got a protection, guys. So the lady I know who I help out walking a dog for her, she said, Leigh, I've got a fishing knife under my mattress. Anyone comes near me, I've had it like a huge knife for cutting fish.
Oh.
Tried it like 30 years. Said no one's ever tried it. If they do, they're in for a shot. So now I've got baseball bats, crowbars under the bed. I ain't taking a chance. Hopefully I never have to use it. But if you're stupid enough to come in our house, then you need to be able to protect yourself.
And Leigh was up for about a week and a half just staring out the window. He was. I mean, it's horrible. And you worry because I thought, well, it's a funny turn of events because me and Leigh was actually meant to be in Morecambe that weekend.
Yeah.
And it would have been just here and Mum here. And I'll tell you what, mate, let me tell you now, I'd have been locked up at that point. I'd have gone on a manhunt.
Because the worst part was, well, not the worst part, one of the worst parts, the police officer who came round said, "Can I have a look at your back door?"
This scared the living
out. I said,
out.
"Yeah, mate, of course, can I?" said, "But as far as I'm aware, you just wanted to get in the shed."
We can actually show you this on the back door.
And he said, "Oh no, look here, you can see what." Maybe not this bloke, because maybe someone in the past has done this, trying to get in.
That wasn't there before.
I don't know.
I only cleaned all the windowsills about 2 days before this had happened, and the door frame. And he says, "Oh yeah, you can see where they've got a flathead screwdriver and tried to cut like indentations on there
on your door and your windows." So that freaked me out.
Yeah, because they tried to get in the house. It's like
So it was just a bad couple of weeks with that, and that made us uneasy and nervous. That was one of the reasons we've been away from the channel, was because it's made me quite fed up, in all honesty, like really annoyed. And then on top of that, I nearly enough broke my knee the other day, so that left me laid up for a week.
And not only that, I'm definitely not going to go into it and bore you all now, but it's just real life, guys. My anxiety's been horrific, like more than Mouse, hasn't it? And I suffer.
Oh, Aim's had a bad few weeks. So
I'm not going to go down that road of going in and boring you all with it, but honestly, anxiety answers were a heck of a lot. And today, and there's been a lot of family arguments. What we're one thing and another, just different bits and pieces. And today, it's the first day, isn't it? We felt like recording.
We're back into the swing of it, I think, because this is the second one done today.
Yeah.
But
things aren't perfect. Things aren't great. But if we came on here and be fake to you all, it wouldn't be right, would it? You know, just tell it the way it is.
But one thing I will say is, thank Christ, We ain't been stuck at them bloody protest, bloody blockade bollocks. Poor sod. Have you seen it? Well, you've all seen it by now. Insulate Britain. It's just these bloody dippy shits sitting there in the middle of the road, stopping ambulances and people trying to get to the hospital. People just getting to work. No, you can't compest.
Now, I do agree that we've got to do something about global warming, making the right decisions for things, but not in that way. It's not right. There is got to be some sort of change.
I think it's quite telling. Say like...
But how did they get to the bloody motorway in a van?
No, I think like you want it, but they're not on about car fumes and stuff, are they? They're on about insulate your homes and crap. But I think in the respect of, say you want to protest against sheep. Like I'm not happy that there are sheep in the world. Just say I was angry about it. I wanted to get a little gang of people together. Look, we're going to go chain ourselves to some sheep and refuse to anyone ever buy one again. Something like that. And you'd protest against it. And there might be people in the outside of my little gang who agree like, this Leigh is amazing. He's come up with a great idea. We need to get rid of all sheep in the world. And they might back me up and come out in the press and say, yes, he's great. I agree with what he's doing. Maybe he's doing it the wrong way, but what he's doing is right. Nobody at all is backing these idiots
up. They are. It's not what they're doing.
Not the way they're doing it. They're not saying it's right.
No, but they're agreeing with what's behind what they're saying. But I can't sit there. I have listened now too much to this story. And the fact of it is, the amount of people... There was a poor lady the other day and she was trying to get to her mum's chemotherapy appointment. And these frigging idiots were there... Not letting... I'll tell you what, I don't give a hoot. I'd have picked him up and threw him over the flyover.
They were, though. Yes, I've seen videos today.
That's horrific. I'm sorry. But if that was my mum... I remember when my mum was in hospital. And if that was me trying to get to my mum...
Mm-hmm. There was an ambulance waiting to come past. I think it was yesterday. Like, go through them. They wouldn't move. So... Members of the public, a lot of sort of blokes in the like 30s, late 20s, it looked like. They were just getting these protesters by like their things they're wearing, their high-vis waistcoat things, and just dragging them straight off.
So the ambulance could get through. Good.
But no sooner they drag them away, these idiots run back and sit sodding back in the middle of the road.
And there was even gluing themselves to the tarmac. I'm not being funny now. This isn't, again, and I will repeat myself, this isn't to do with necessarily what they're standing for, whether it's global, whatever it is. I mean, we've all got to play our part, but at the end of it all, doing that and hindering people's lives is a frigging disgrace. They need to be locked up. They just do.
Well, if you watch these videos, I can show you after the way that they were being dragged, like, say AIM was a protest, I won't drag it, but they're like getting their arms underneath the top or the waistcoat and dragging them. But these people who were being dragged weren't helping themselves. They were still sitting down whilst being dragged. So I hope they've got a few spare pairs of trousers, because their arse is going to be worn away by the end of the day. The amount of times they got dragged across concrete.
When Mum said to me that they was gluing themselves to the tarmac, it's a bit of a contradictory in term, because one, they're going to need to get off the road at some point to go home or whatever they're doing.
Well, for the spare time.
And are they actually going to... What about when they need a wait or whatever else? I mean, are they just going to do it on the road? It's like...
They put them people in protesters. They're like that runner. What was her name? Not Sally Gunnell, the other one.
Paula Radcliffe.
Yeah, they just do it in the pants. They don't care around. They just, as they're running and sitting on the floor, they just do the business there, and then just shake it out their leg. Gary Lineker did that.
Well,
playing for
we
England.
don't need to go into detail.
Did you know that, guys? Gary Lineker was playing for England and he had the bad stomach and he went and made a tackle and he had an accident in his shorts. But going back to what I was on about...
Put you off your lasagna a bit, that does, eh?
These people, I think they're just really bored. I reckon these are the type of people who loved COVID and all the drama of protesting and arguing and the government needs to do more for us and all this stuff. And then they had like the George Floyd thing. They used that as a reason to go and protest. And then somebody cut down a tree. They used that as another reason. Petrol crisis, another one.
See, half the time people are out for a good cause and do things properly, like a peaceful protest. You know, the sensible people of the world, if they want to protest, that's perfectly fine when it doesn't endanger other people's lives and it is, again, peaceful and sensible and it makes a movement. However, there's always someone who wants to join a group just for the sake of starting a flipping riot.
Well, somebody said, a bloke, like a driver or whatever, He said, look, if you say this is the road, these idiots are across the road. He said, if you just get all your flags and all your banners and move from the road to the side, we'll happily stop and listen to you and probably agree with what you're saying. But at the minute, you're just stopping people getting to work, paying for their bills because they can't go to work, possibly even losing their job, not getting to the hospital to see relatives or for their own appointments.
What if it's doctors going to do a major surgery to save someone's life?
Well, there was like a surgeon needed to get through, to go and do surgeries, and he couldn't get through.
You know what? Honestly, you wait till it's there. Parents, brother, sister, mum in hospital. They'd soon shift, you watch.
And another bloke that was asked by a radio presenter, must be one of the protesters or one of the knobheads as I like to call
I
them.
couldn't believe this if this is what you told me this morning.
I promise you it's true. They said to him, I saw it on TikTok, it was just a clip from a radio show. What would you do if an ambulance was coming through with somebody dying in there? Would you move? He said, no, I'd stay where I am.
Absolute moron.
What a tit. So I've commented, I said, just drive over him. And someone's going to really hurt you because the people who are actually putting up with this are being very patient at the minute. The people who are moving them out of the way, who look like they could do some damage, are like strong lads, a lot of these lads. And you got to remember, some people just want trouble. Some people look for a reason. Oh, there's a protest going on.
That's what I mean. People sometimes, rather than really believing in the cause, just want to join a group.
No, what I mean is that some people would use this as an excuse to go down there and potentially hurt one of the protesters, thinking, well, I'll be backed up by the whole of Britain.
I see what you mean, yeah.
I'm not saying they would do, but you can only push people so far. And if you've got a relative in hospital, I wouldn't think twice about hitting one of them if they were stopping me getting to aim if she was like in serious danger or something.
I tell you now, I wouldn't care less. I'd rather end up locked up than bloody wait till them to shift.
There was a clip of a copper that was right back at the beginning. She was like, look, this is to the protesters. Anything we can do for you, just let us know.
Do you need a drink?
Yeah, anything we can do to make it eat better for you, just let us know what we can do. Like, are you having a giraffe?
My mum went ballistic. You're not
What
serious.
a muppet.
But the trouble is, there's protocol. They have to do things the right way. I mean, I'm not being funny to you. If I was a police woman and I was there, it'd take a lot of willpower for a lot of people to not do some damage there.
I think you have like, but like I was saying, causing trouble and stuff. Some of the protesters do it for the wrong reasons. There was a bloke during the George Floyd protests and stuff in America, like the BLM protests and stuff.
Oh, sorry.
There's stories and there's proof of it happening. So there'd be like protesters saying Chicago, wherever it might be. I don't know, just use that as an example. And where the protests were going on over here, randomly, a wagon pulled up one day over here, dropped off like a few pallets of bricks, just randomly. There was no work going on at these buildings. Just dropped off a few pallets of bricks. It's because like they reckon it's like these big groups trying to turn up America upside down. And then they'd have a bloke who turned out to be a copper. I think he was a copper at one point, or he was a copper when he did this. He turned up in a balaclava, started kicking off with the police, got these bricks or something or other, started smashing buildings or like throwing in front of the windows just to incite a riot. And then that's how trouble starts. People get off on like causing trouble.
That's just so harmful what they're doing on the motorway though.
Big time.
We live not too far away from it. Oh my god. It was carnage. Absolute carnage. People beeping, like queues way down the road, weren't they? Even
what about the fuel crisis now?
I mean, how have you lot been coping with that sort of situation? It's like panic buying again, isn't it? We're all out. It's the toilet rolls all over again.
It's going to continue as soon as all they actually have to do, because it was obviously, it's proven there's no fuel shortage, just a driver shortage. But as soon as you say fuel and shortage, literally everyone, even if they know full well there's not a shortage, it's like with the toilet rolls, like I said, because the more people who get the wrong end of the stick, the less there's going to be. So you have to rush out to bloody buy as much as you can. You'd have people there in the little sodding, very small cars, buying like £400 worth of petrol.
Not really like that though. It's like the little tank, the little
petrol
cans. People putting in carrier bags.
She double bagged it, what the hell?
I mean, that's just ridiculous, honest to goodness. But nevertheless, it's like what I've seen on the news today. Panic buying for Christmas shopping food has already started.
Well, that doesn't surprise me too much because everyone's scared they'll go back into lockdown again.
Because of the people saying there's going to be a major food shortage, people are getting all like their Christmas food in now, just in case. We're already ahead of them now. I started panic buying this last year.
Yeah.
We got 2 turkeys last year. I said we're keeping one in the freezer for next.
There weren't any reason for buying 2 turkeys. It wasn't because of a shortage. We'd ordered one, didn't think it was going to arrive, so we went out and bought another one. This was last year. And then the original one that arrived. So we ended up with 2 turkeys. We was going to have it at Easter, then we didn't.
Well, no one was allowed rain, was there, at Easter? I
don't think so. But now actually going out for Christmas dinner, things don't go tits up in terms of lockdowns and stuff.
Yeah, we booked to go out. This is our first time ever doing this. Even before, my entire family have never done it.
Me neither.
It's not. It's going to be a nice experience and something different, though, isn't it, to do? No washing up. No, like, major peeling the night before of all things.
Yeah, but if you think about it, so it works out. It's like 45 quid a head.
48.
Well, it makes it better then. £48 a head, which is like, on average, £16 or something like that. A course is like 3 courses, I think. 4 courses. Alright, so about £12 a course. You're paying 12 quid for a bowl of soup. What the hell? You're paying £12 for a bowl of ice cream. If you think about it logically, it's a lot of bloody waste. Because I don't even want the bloody start. I'm not asking if we can have it at 12 quid off, I reckon.
Well, at least you're not paying £630 at Salt Bay for a steak.
Yeah, have you seen that, guys? You know the bloke who does this sort of thing, doesn't he? Like, some sort of funky salt shaking thing.
Yeah,
he don't actually use a pot, does he? He sort of uses his hands and does it.
And gold-plated, gold leaf wrapped steak. I'd eat it, to be honest.
It looks great, but he was charging £11 for 1 can of Red Bull. He was charging 640 quid. Sorry, guys, got the hiccups. £640 in London. Bloody hell. For a steak.
Yeah, him and David Beckham and Leonardo DiCaprio are really good pals.
I bet they bloody am for that price, because they're the only 2 idiots who agreed to go and pay them prices.
I don't know, there's a fair few of the celebrities going there at the minute.
Bloody bonkers.
But I do think what we got to do, I mean, I'm not going to come on here and say I do think we need to calm down the panic buying for Christmas food, because that, me, ain't going to make a dent in the whole of the bloody UK, but it's going to be a bit of a worry if we do run out of stuff.
Well, you'll be eating tin curries, won't we? People will be like, when the lockdown first happened, or like you can't go out unless it's for shopping or whatever stuff. I went down to our local Lidl, Scandinavian for cheap tinned curries, and all I could find was cheap tins of curry. There was no baked beans, no sweet corn, no spaghetti, nothing at all useful, just tins of curry. We've still got them in the bloody cupboard now. A year later, we've never touched them. But I said to you at the time...
Emergency tin curry in the back of the cupboard.
I said to you then, Aim, we should stock up once things get back to normal and you can buy what you want, like, because you've only had so many tins or whatever. I said we should stock up the shed, it's big enough. We haven't done it. So if lockdown happens tomorrow, we're back to square one.
We need a bunker.
I said at the time, you don't remember I drew a picture of a bunker, what to do? I drew up plans. We've not got around to digging it.
The thing is though, what do you really have at Christmas that you eat?
Chocolate.
So what are people going to be like, gathering loads of pigs in blankets and sausage rolls and shoving loads of them in the freezer? You don't really eat a lot at Christmas like that, do you? It's more like...
Maybe it's just us, Aim. Maybe other people sit there and have like 4-course meals every day.
Well, I've made a meal plan, haven't I?
Yes, you have.
I have made a meal plan for this Christmas. When people come over, I'm going to make... Because obviously we're not having Christmas dinner in the house. So I thought, well, I'll make some special things around that week of Christmas.
That'd be nice.
And next few videos towards Christmas.
Yeah, we've got Aim's dad moving in for like a month. He did last Christmas for about 3 weeks, I think he moved in.
Is it this Christmas the football or
no,
next?
the World Cup next year. All blokes, you know what I'm like. Women, heads up in case your fella hasn't told you. If he's really nice to you.
Women might want...
Yeah, some women like football, of course they do. But if your bloke says to you now, look, love, you know, how you like to go away for Christmas, how about next year I take you on a nice cruise in the summer? There's a reason. It's because the World Cup starts early December and carries on to like the 23rd of December. So you might not want to go away next Christmas. But be warned. So Aim's dad's moving in for the whole month, so we can watch the football every day and keep warm. 'Cause it's bloody cold out there.
But this year I'm making like loads of different things, homemade puddings and different bits and pieces and stuff, and I will show you guys everything, of course. Did you go on holiday this summer? That is a question I want to ask, because we didn't go abroad.
No, we haven't been away. We haven't been on holiday for the first time in 15 years.
Yeah, we didn't bother this year. Because obviously we don't know what we're doing regarding moving yet and things like that. But did you go? Did you take the risk and go abroad? And if so, how did you find it? Or did you go and stay in the UK? We did have a really good period of time with the weather. It was like red hot.
I think a lot of people have done the UK, like even like famous people who you think they can afford to go abroad. Even they went in the UK.
Wayne Rooney was only down the road with Colleen and the kids not so long back.
Like Dudley.
There was literally down the road, honestly. It was really close.
Oh, okay. Should have popped in, Wayne.
I don't think so, more. But yeah, I want to know if
you have been watching this.
I don't even out. I'll tell it to his face.
Wayne, I think you're great.
But yeah, did you go abroad? How did you find the PCR testing? That is the biggest thing that we and like Leigh's mum, she was down here yesterday, and we were saying like, you know, for like a family of 4 people, it's like £800 minimum.
Yeah, I told you.
For like a test to see if you can go. A lot of the countries now are making it a lot more better, and you don't have to do it in some places. Your mum's going to Croatia, to Dubrovnik next year. That's where I really want to go.
I might just jump in a case. Free holiday. I mean, it's my mother. She should actually take us with her. It's only fair. As a kid, she used to take me with her. She asked me to pay then, did she, cheeky son? No, change his mother if you're watching. I'm still your kid. Take me on holiday.
You know what was funny yesterday? She was sort of like scouting out, wasn't she, what we wanted for Christmas?
Oh, we'll talk about it in another video.
But we did
go funny.
From things from air fryers. So just
oh
a
my
bit of
God.
chip just flew.
Guys, so we're using the camera phone here. And on the top of the camera phone,
there's a bit of chip or onion that
just shot out of Aim's mouth. It's landed on the camera.
Sorry, it's not on the camera, but sorry about that. But it went from air fryers to boohoo to all sorts, didn't it?
Yeah, we will tell you about that on another, because that was very funny. The way my mum tries to like sound us out about Christmas presents.
Yeah, but we're going to wrap this up now. But quick lasting message that we wanted to say. Sorry that we've been away for so long. Don't think that you know, this is going to be a thing that we'll do often. But now and again, life just has its way of taking over, and sometimes with everything else that we have to do, this just has to come on a bit of a back burner now and again. But we are not leaving. We're doing the lives again. We're going to start things back up slowly and stuff like that. With it being Tia's birthday on Saturday, we might go live on a Friday or whatever we might do. But all we're trying to say is as well, and sometimes my mental health is a little bit on the crap side. I'm not going to lie. Like I say, things ain't perfect yet, but whenever everything's perfect. So look out for our next videos. We're going to be recording towards the end of the week quite a few bits and pieces, so we had to just stop it then because the lighting changed. But we'll just keep it up now, keep up the momentum.
We want to be able to enjoy it when we do it, not feel like we have to do it for the sake of doing it. So you definitely get videos each week. This might vary in the amount of videos each week. And
also, let me ask you a question just regarding our channel. Would you be happy if sometimes we just had some snacks on the table and we just had a chat, like some crisps or whatever? Do you bother if it's a full meal? Would you mind us just doing that?
Because the hardcore following will watch anything. Some of us, like, if you don't eat a 4-course meal,
but that's what I mean. Like, are you guys all right now and again, just changing things up? Or we could do like Mr. and Mrs. type thing whilst eating. We could do things like that, just a little bit of a difference. Because sometimes, I'm going to tell you the truth, guys, when you're eating a full meal and trying to talk as well, it can be a little bit... No,
it is hard work at times.
So it'd be nice now and again to, like, if Leigh said to me and we'd eaten today, do you fancy doing a 7 o'clock video where we just have a few crisps and have a chat? You'd get more content. Basically,
I think the time to do that would be for us to do, like, we've tried it in the past, but maybe like stick to it. Like if we're going to go live on a Friday or a Saturday. Sorry guys, I got the hiccups.
But like if you just once in a while wanted to just do it.
You know what I mean? You're not going to do your makeup just for sitting here at 7 o'clock on a night time now.
No, what I'm saying is if we've been out and we don't feel like, you know, if you still want to get a bit of content from us, would you be okay with just something like that, you know? But yeah.
Sorted.
We'll carry on as we mean to... Start as we mean to go on.
That's the one. Got to get this bit of chip off the camera now. Guys, if you are one of them into like Britain idiots, get a life. If not, well done. And we'll see you all again very soon.
Okay, guys. So remember to be kind, remember to be nice, comment, share, like and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos, which definitely will be happening. You'll be hearing that go off slightly a lot more lately. And also, check out our Instagram. It'll be in the description box below. And also the Munchies Delights vlog channel, which obviously this time of year as well, we will be able to put a little bit more content on there.
Yeah, now we're back recording, I will be doing my regular talking waffle on there.
Even together, sometimes we'll do just some bits and pieces
where
we could. No, but we will do, won't we? Rather than just saying it all the time, we will.
Okay, guys.
That lasagna was really good. Where was that from?
That was the Asda one. Actually, well, I make a good lasagna, but when some shop bought lasagnas are really tasty.
Because there's two of these family-sized lasagnas. There's a cheaper one and there's a more expensive one, like in a silver tray thing. This is the better one and this is the cheaper one. This is like £4.
Better.
This is £4. The better one supposedly was £5. I think this one's better. But let me tell you guys, go and get some of them.
Triple cooked beef
macaroni.
dripping chips from Lidl.
They are better than any pub chip I've ever had.
They are bloody tasty, but fry them. I think they would have gone horrible in the oven.
We're off skis. Answer the questions down below so we can know about the channel, holidays, and all the rest. Bye.
Bye.